Hi, it's Andrew here from Home Theatre Engineering. As you can hear, we're in a very reverberant room in Western Australia and we're doing an upgrade for the client. This was an install done by a previous company and there's a few interesting things about it. They've got some rear surrounds, but they're right out on the edges, and the side surrounds are in the ceiling. So they actually work out really well now for Dolby Atmos speakers. So we're going to repurpose those as Dolby Atmos. We're installing some side surrounds, we're installing some acoustic panels, and we're installing a power amp to run off the existing MRX 720. But what I'm going to do now, just out of interest, is I'm going to do an RT60 time. So I'm using an iPad with the Audio Tools app. So I'm just going to record a hand clap. Great, so we've captured the decay time of the room here. I'm just going to measure that out and we'll get a figure. So, right, let's see what we've got. So the decay time in this room is coming up at about 722 milliseconds. That's a really long decay. So what we're going to do is install these acoustic panels and then we'll remeasure the decay time in the room. Now RT60 is not the first and final measurement, and you know, it is important to keep some aspects of the room here as well. But we'll get the panels installed. We've got 4 panels going in at the mirror points. We've got one going on the door with a really nice cutout for the handle. We've got the speakers going inside. Rewire everything, fire up the system, we'll have a listen. This should be really good. This is going to be a really great upgrade for this customer. Oh, and the last thing we've got is at the back of the room, we've got some DC2 Skyline panels, which are diffusers, and they're going to look fantastic as well. So we'll give you another video when this room's complete. Thanks for joining us. Hey, it's Andrew here from Home Theatre Engineering. We've just finished off the job that we started yesterday, and we thought we'd give you a look around. So what we've got now is the room's very, very different, and you can probably even hear on the video that the acoustics has improved dramatically. We've got absorber panels at the primary, secondary and tertiary reflection points, and this one here is also hiding a surround speaker which is angled, it's about sort of 2 feet or about 600 mil above the heads of the people seated here, and it's tilted slightly down. And then at the back you can see that we've got some diffusing panels which are nicely arranged on the wall. The question is, how good is the room now? So I'll just trip the energy time curve, get a reading. Let's have a look. So we had, I think it was 600 or 700 milliseconds the other day, and now we're looking at 300 milliseconds, which is almost perfect. It's almost perfect for this room. So I'm pretty excited about that. So we've killed the early reflections from the speakers. We've kept enough ambience in this room to get really great sound and presence, and we've just diffused the sound at the back. And even the difference between putting these panels up, which actually went up late yesterday, and these ones that have just gone up now, have changed the room dramatically. This room is, or was, a basic cinema room. It was 7.1 and now it's 7.1.2. With the Dolby speakers in the roof, we've added an extra power amp down here, which is triggered off the MRX 720. And honestly, this thing's looking good. It sounds terrific, it looks terrific, and we were just having a listen, and the Dolby presence in this room is actually far better than expected. So we're really, really happy with the job. This is another Home Theatre Engineering upgrade success. The customer is absolutely wrapped. They watched it last night, and that's before the diffusion went in, and we got some really, really great feedback. And the really nice thing about this is not only is the husband happy, but the wife loves the room as well. It looks like we'll probably add some panels at the back just to finish off the room visually. Not probably required acoustically, but it will just sort of finish off the steps. And you'll notice that a lot of design work's gone into this as well. So here, this had to be off the ground because this drawer had to clear the panels. This one had to be on the doors, but we needed the door handle to function. And so we just stepped them down equally here. And what you probably can't see is, if I just come around here, I don't know if you can follow me around, just sitting on top of the skirting board there is some very small ducts, some micro duct, and that runs up to this speaker here, around the room, and off to this speaker as well. And that's worked exceptionally well. We couldn't get the cable under the carpet, we couldn't come down the walls, we couldn't go into the roof because of the structure of this house. We're on the top floor and there's no ceiling space, so that roof literally has to be removed, and that's an expensive and costly process. So we've saved the customer a considerable amount of money. Those speaker cables come into the cabinet invisibly across and into the amplifiers. So there you have it, an amazing room upgrade. The customer's absolutely stoked, we're really happy, and all done just with 2 loudspeakers and some acoustic panels. An incredible difference. Thanks for sticking with us. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope maybe you've picked up some tips for how to improve your room out of sight without breaking the bank.